You wanna smoke me? Do I look good to you? You know you like this. Come on. Just put me in your bowl. Or your bong. And just smoke me. Come on. You know you wanna smoke me. Mm-hmm. Oh, smoky. Smoky, smoky. Smoke me. Smoke me. Smoke me. Come on. Smoke me. You know you wanna smoke me. Smoke me. Smoke, smoke, smoke. Smoke me. Smoke me.
Hello, hello, hello. Good evening and welcome to the Learn and Burn. I'm trying to figure out how to change the privacy settings over here. And the tab's not there no more. Isn't that awesome? And when I edit it, it won't let me change it either. Wow, that's awesome, huh? Well, I'm going to share it out anyway. Will it let me edit it from here? Nope. Well, it seems weird to even have it on here if it doesn't let me edit it. All right. I wonder how I can put it up there. Maybe if I leave and come back. Let me try that. Maybe I just got there too soon. No, it doesn't let me edit the privacy. On older ones, it lets me edit the privacy, but it does not let me edit the privacy of this one. Well, that just sucks one, don't it? And it's not letting me stream into the website right now. So it looks like I am stuck with just the YouTube. So good morning or good evening, wherever you happen to be in the world. Hi, Scott, Sherry, Greg, Melissa, Dale, Sandra. Nice to see you guys in here. I'm trying to fix this to where I can, nope, it will not let me edit the privacy, so it's on only me. Isn't that awesome? Only me can see it. Huh. Yeah. It's not letting me do much. Nope, not even through the back door. Nope. Nope, it won't let me share it. It won't let me do nothing with it. All right, well, maybe you guys can share it out from YouTube, and I will just be stuck with YouTube this evening. Staggering Productions, hello, hello. I'm glad it's okay over there in YouTube land. At least we've always got YouTube to fall back on. I really appreciate having them out there to fall back to. Because it absolutely sucks that I can't... yeah, it does not let me change it. Well, that's just messed up. That's just messed up. I did have it where I could go live on the Facebook and then go in there to the Facebook and change the audience settings. But right now, it's not letting me change the audience settings, probably because I'm in Facebook jail or whatever. But it's stuck on only me, so it's only on only me. And then later, I guess when I get out of jail, I can go change the settings to it possibly. Hi, Cody. How are you? How are you? So yeah, we'll just have to share it out from YouTube and get some folks over here to YouTube. I did a interview the other night for a first edition of a podcast, and it was live on X. I've never been on X, but apparently there are some people over there that enjoy the beautiful green sticky trees. So I may be making an appearance on X here before too long if I can't use my Facebook at all. And I forgot to turn it on over on the website, so it's not even playing on the website. But it is week 9 of the photo periods. And the last show last week was from the old house, and we did get moved, and they spent 3 or 4 days right here where I'm sitting now in this dining room. And I didn't have good light bulbs yet, so it was pretty dark here in the dining room for them. And they did kind of, slow way down like photos tend to do when you put them on hold. And so they're set up in their new room now, but they're going extra slow at the moment, extra slow. I'm trying to dial it in and get it cool enough over there, but not too cold over here. And I'm just going to have to get all my tents set up before I can really dial in the HVAC system. Oh, nice. Yes, that Jub Chunk Badaddy is going to be a very, very nice flower for you, Melissa. You're going to enjoy that smoke for sure, for sure. But this week has been getting ready to go on a road trip. I'm going out to Minnesota. I'm going to leave here on Wednesday. I'll be there Thursday night in Minneapolis at Canna Joy. They have a growers meeting on Thursday night, so I'm going to get up there and be there for the growers meeting at 7 o'clock. On Friday from 3 p.m. to close, I'll be at the Green Temple in St. Cloud. And on Saturday all day, I'll be at Discs and Dogs, and that's up in Rice, Minnesota at the Benton Beach Campground. On Sunday, we have a private party, Father's Day barbecue, that everyone's invited. It's up in Duluth at Steve-O Solom's house. And the address is on the flyer, if you can find the flyer somewhere. It's over on my Instagram. And it is on the Facebook page for Nancy Zone. And probably that's what I should hook up to here to try to broadcast to, is to that Facebook page. The last event is going to be Monday, and that is in Cross Lake at Minnesota Roots Dispensary. I'll be there from 3 p.m. to close. And it's 3 to 9 on Father's Day for the barbecue and the private grow class. We're going to be doing some really cool raffles. I'm going to pick out a couple more raffle items, but I have great items already donated from amazing donators, from Mephisto, from Farmer Hatbeard, from Microbe Life, from Nancy's Own, of course. And of course, it's Saturday night, so it's buy one, get one during the live stream and pretty much up until midnight. And I did get one order early this morning, and I'm sure that they waited till Saturday for the buy one, get one, so I will be doubling their order from this morning. Good afternoon, Thomas. Hi, Scott. How are you, Novus Home Grower? Yeah, I'm having a great day. I started getting my situation set up behind me. Started hanging some banners and posters, and I got the bean wall done. I'll turn this around and give you guys that's the living room over there. I got my office all set up. That's where my computer normally sits. I got all the beans, the beautiful beans up on the wall, but I am running out of packages, so I've been repackaging. I'm filling up packs. You want to see the rest of the kitchen? There's the kitchen. And there's the backyard. I'll turn it back around. And there's the fireplace. At least this house has one too. It's not the same. It's not an all gas fireplace, but it is a pretty cool one. I like it. Here, now I've got you guys pointed up too far. There we go. So hopefully everybody's having a good June. It's now the 7th of June. If you haven't planted yet, you're still in the first week of June. It's time to get your plants outdoors. And really, you have all the way up until the middle of July. And with autoflowers, if you're putting your autoflowers out right now, you will harvest in August. So you'll be coming in way before the bad weather, the rains, the bugs, all of that good stuff. Oh, hi, Cody Rose. Nice to see you in here. I, I don't I don't expect to have a whole lot of comments tonight, so I'm just probably going to take my glasses off. And I may try again to go in and change the privacy, but I don't think it's going to make any difference. Them Facebook haters are really, really on one these days, huh? People losing lots of stuff over people just not being very happy. I really, really wish happiness and love on everyone, and that they find ways to make themselves feel good without making others feel bad. Happiness and love on everyone. That's not what I wanted. I just wanted to see if it would let me change it. No, there's no editing it. So that's a setting. I had to put things. Facebook tried to help me privatize some of my profile way back when, and we messed up some settings, and now every time I go live, it's under only me. But normally I can go change it once I've already gone live, but now it's not letting me change it. So I may have to get on Facebook support or Facebook help to figure that out and see if I can change it. Hey, Matt Fierro, you were stuck on the wrong live. Pork Chop's in here. Hey, Pork Chop. Yeah, what a concept. Make yourself feel good without making other people feel bad. That should be a goal for everyone. If you find that your go-to to make yourself feel better is to look around and try to see somebody who's doing something worse, don't do that no more. If you want to make yourself feel better, look for somebody who needs help and give them a little bit of help, and that'll make you feel better. Or look for somebody who's doing really, really good and try to copy what they're doing. Try to get up on their level. If somebody's, if somebody's bothering you because they're getting too much attention, well, maybe you should work on yourself and help yourself get better every day than you were yesterday. And eventually people will notice that. I can't wait to see you, Matt. Al is going to bring his guitar to Minnesota next week, so there might be a little encore presentation of some stuff going on. He's going to play a few songs for us, I'm sure. If I get a couple beers in him, he usually does. He doesn't normally drink at home or, when we're not doing events or on the road or something. So I think it's been a minute, and he might be ready for a couple of beers. Steve-O! There's Steve-O in the house. Steve-O is our gracious host for Sunday's Father's Day barbecue. It is bring your own bud, bring your own beer, but we are going to have a private class and a little raffle out there and do some really fun stuff. And I do have, let me pull it out here. I do have an example here of what's going down in the raffle. So everything that's in this bag, plus I'm going to pick up a bong on my way out of town for each one. I always do a bong at the raffle. Will be in the raffle. I've got cool stuff from Mephisto, like Mephisto koozie, Mephisto lanyards. The lanyards also have a bottle opener on them, so these would be great for the barbecue event if we're having beer. There's lots of stickers in here. There's an introductory to Plant Track. There's a bumper sticker that I got stoned with Nancy's own. There's some Fast Bud stickers. All the Nancy's own stickers are in here. There's a tray from Grow Fam. I got rolling papers. I got heirloom seeds from Grow Fam. Rolling papers from Vibes. I got sample packs from Microbe Life. I've got, oh, I dropped one. I've got beans from me. There's a pack of seeds in each one. I got a bunch of the little stickers, the Dare stickers, the Nancy's Own stickers, the Grow 420 Med stickers. I got the retractable keychain. These used to be lighter leashes, but Nugs ate the plastic part. I got Dr. Zymes samples. I got Terps Plus. And I'm going to be adding a bong to each one of these. So that's going to be in our little raffle packs. And I'm sure I'll find a couple of other items along the way that I decide that as I'm unpacking and going through stuff, if I find something, I got 4 of them, then I'll put one in each one of these goodie bags for the raffle. And definitely going to do a bong. I don't have enough of the Yodas left, the ones that are behind me. If I bend over, I don't have enough of those left, but I'm going to go by the store where I bought those and see what they have in stock right now. The Flour Stack Attack. Yes, Pork Chop, tell them how to get the Flour Stack Attack. There is bring chairs. Bring your own chairs over to Steve-O's. I'm going to have a couple, but I think I'm only going to have enough for me and Nugs. Yeah, I'm going to have free samples and stickers to hand out, and they're going to also probably be going in the raffle packs. I'm just waiting on my package from Pork Chop. If you go see me at any of the locations and ask, you'll get a free sample and a sticker. Where in Minnesota am I from? I'm not from Minnesota. I just love Minnesota. I'm from all over. My dad was in the Air Force, and I learned how to move around a lot. So I've lived in a lot of the states as a kid, and then as an adult, I've continued to kind of move around. I'm here in Oklahoma now. I was in Colorado before that, Texas before that, Indiana before that, Iowa before that. I've lived around a lot. Lived in California, lived in New Mexico, lived in Alaska. Let me see. I spend a lot of time going to Arizona, Florida. I'm about to go to Montana in September. Haven't been to Montana. Went to Hawaii in January. Got to go out and see a customer that lives on Maui. That was pretty awesome. Oh, nice. They're numbered and initialed. Oh, so if you do come get a special numbered and initialed sample from me, and you post a picture of it, you will be, you'll have to use a selfie with the sticker and tag Pork Chop so that you can be entered in the running for that awesome light. The Opera PC60 is a cool grow light. And I'm sure I'll take one or two super cool items that I just don't want to show yet. Some of the stuff I can't really say is going to be in the bag, if you know what I mean. But let's go ahead and get this quiz started. I know we're a small group this evening. There's only 10 of us. That's because there's no Facebook. Sucks, but that's what it is. I can give us 10 more minutes and you guys can go over and post the YouTube link on Facebook if you want. See if we can get a few more people in here for the quiz. And I will go ahead and see if I can invite my... Nope, I can't use that. Well, I was thinking about If you see that sliver of light behind me that's real bright right there, that's where all the girls moved to. And I was thinking about taking y'all in there, but I'm not allowed to invite anybody into this live right now. At least not through Messenger. I could do it through email, I guess. Let me see if I can invite myself with an email. Here we go. Here we go. Well, I just have to skin this cat some other direction. And I'll just have to make it from me to me and send it. But thank goodness for being live on the YouTube tonight, or I'd be sitting here all by myself with a pretty wall that I put together. I worked so hard to put all that stuff up on the wall. Let me see if I can turn you guys around so you can see it all. All that beautiful stuff I put up on the wall today. It really only took me about 30 minutes because I went and bought thumbtacks to make it easy. All right, let me get up in here and get my invitation. And it said that I didn't have to post stuff, that I didn't have to jack around no more, that it would let me right straight in. So let's see if it does that. There we go. All right, now you have two of me. But the one of me is going to the other room. All right. So here we got our kids. They're not particularly happy. There's the one autoflower that's in here. It's not making much for buds, but it's making them real frosty, whatever it's doing. I don't know anybody's name because they're all in the wrong spot. One back there is a mystery machine. This one's starting to flower. This one's starting to flower. It's pretty yellow, though. They need a little help. They need a little bit of love. They've been having rough. Oh, it's all squeaky. I'm going to have to take that camera off. All right. There we go. There we go. Thank you for posting over to Facebook. Yeah, the grow rooms are coming along. I've got the 5x10 tent set up, and that's what everybody that was in the 10x10 has squeezed down in the 5x10. I kind of culled the herd. I took out some extras. I took out some that I had doubles of, and I kept the best one of each strain so that I could fit them all in the 5x10. The 10x10 I'm going to put up in another bedroom. I just need a little bit of tall man help to come help me do that. And then I have the other 3 tents. I think one is going to go here in this dining room for the live streaming situation, and the other 2 I'm going to put in the big bedroom, in the master bedroom. But let's get this quiz up here, and let's see if you guys are ready to test our knowledge. I'm going to take the comments off the screen. Don't want nothing in the way of it. I'm going to take the banner off. There we go. That should be good enough. Go back over to these comments. Thank you, Matt. Yeah, I'm working on it. It's only been a week here in the new house, and there's still a lot of boxes around and a lot of unpacking to do. But I'm getting there. I really am getting there, and I'm super, super stoked to be over here in the new spot. I love the backyard, even though it's not as pretty as my last backyard. Just give me a little bit of time and it will be. There's a creek that runs behind the house, so every time you walk out there, you just can hear the water running, and it's beautiful, beautiful. And I actually do like the 70s house better than the newer custom house. It was kind of intimidating. I didn't want to mess it up or break nothing, but I have no problem putting a push pin in the wall over here. No problem at all. Go ahead and say ready if you're ready for this quiz. Let's see how many people are paying attention and ready to take this quiz. I'm gonna spark up my little joint here. We got 4 minutes and we're gonna hit the quiz. Give a few more people a chance to jump in here. I had a light company. Hi, Sandra. I had a light company hit me up today. Sandra's ready. Steve-O's ready. Matt's ready. Staggering Productions is ready. I didn't work real hard on this week's quiz, but I did change it around a little bit. I tried to make it a little bit harder. We got 3 whole minutes. I should be playing music right now. Let me play a song at least. We'll play a song while we get the rest of our folks in here and get them all ready.
From seedlings in the ground, I start the race, nurturing the green in this peaceful space.
And right now, it's a good time to start figuring out what you want to grow for next year's autoflower cup. It gives you plenty of time to figure out what you want to grow and plan out a time and a space for it and get it grown, have it trimmed and dried, harvested, and have it cured really well. If you can cure it up in a jar for a couple of months before you actually break into it and smoke it, it's way smoother and it goes through some changes that just really enhances the bud. Most of what I smoke is pretty fresh because I do not have the patience to wait. But I've got some little jars that I don't open very often, and I've got one from Stephanie out in LA, a bud of orange rum dosey dub, and I'm going to share that with her in a private video session one night. Alright, 1 minute till we start. We'll just start it whenever this song finishes. Hey, Stephanie, how are you doing? This is a different Stephanie. This is Stephanie from the East Coast, I believe. We're just about to start the quiz, Steph. I'm sorry that I wasn't able to really get the word out on this one. I'm in Facebook jail. I'll be in Facebook jail for most of this month, but that's just how it is. I'm still working on the other website. I'm still working on alternative solutions to using Facebook all the time, and I'm figuring out other things that we can do that aren't as dangerous as posting on Facebook. Let's put it that way. One of those things is to just go out and meet everybody in person. So I'll be doing this Minnesota trip. I'll be doing a Montana trip at the end of September. I do have some time in August if somebody wants to start planning something. I do think I have a little bit of time in August that we could do a different state or a different area of the country. For July, I'm going to try to get out to Virginia, I believe. Yeah, Virginia. Definitely, Stephanie. I'm going to try to get out to Virginia for July. And I have to slip in a trip to Mexico. I have to go see my husband. I'm doing that this summer for sure. Oh, I hope so, Steve-O. I think we talked him into it with the chocolate factory. I'm going to go ahead and hit play here. We're going to get this thing started. Everybody, there's only 9 of us in here, so I think everybody in here probably already knows the rules. Read each question. Do not answer any of the questions until the end of the quiz. Every answer is a letter. There are 4 letters to choose from, A, B, C, or D. Pick the best letter for each question. Hold them all back until the end. Your final answer will be 5-letter answer. So let's get started with the very, very first question. You won't be disqualified if you answer early. That's just a joke. All right, everybody ready for the first question? I know that we're all stoners, but don't hit enter until you have all 5 letters. What week of flower do you start extra CalMag? When you're adding extra CalMag for your flowering plants, what week do you start adding the extra CalMag? I've got week 3, week 4, week 2, or week 1. Question number 2. Which parts per million is recommended for the bloom cycle? 500, 900, 700, or 1400? And I should change the little pictures on these, I think. Yeah, which parts per million is recommended for bloom? Question 3 is, which of the following excesses causes leafy buds? So which one of these nutrients in excess is bad for you in the bloom phase? We're week 9 of the photo periods, and most people would be in bloom by now. I've already flipped these over to bloom, and this is their first week of bloom. So which of the following excesses? This one is, what is the biggest risk of too much water? And this is definitely an issue in the bloom cycle, but it's an issue throughout, from seedling stage to finish. And question number 5 is coming up. I think I made a good one for number 5. Which of the following is safe to spray on buds? We've got neem oil, baking soda, peroxide, or H2O. And this might be a trick question. But there's really no trick to it. If you just keep practicing growing plants, trying different things on them, I've tried all these different things on buds, and I know what they do when you use them. And that's the best way to learn, is through repetition and through experimentation and through trying new things. But when you are experimenting, just make sure that you only change one thing at a time. That way you will know what it was that made the difference. All right, should we go back over these questions one more time, just in case somebody came in late? We've got question 1. What week of flower do you start extra CalMag? Question 2. Which part per million is recommended for bloom? Question 3 was, which of the following excesses, that means too much of a nutrient, will cause your buds to be leafy? Question 4, the biggest risk of too much water. Question 5, which of the following is safe to spray on buds? I'm going to pause it right there. I'm going to grab some of these up here. ACAAA. DCAAD. ADAAD. DADAA. Hey, Master Chief. If you just made it, I'm going to go back so you get a chance to answer the quiz. Question 1 was, what week of flower do you start adding extra CalMag? It's going to be week 3, week 4, week 2, or week 1. Hello, hello. Hold your answer. Don't answer until we get all 5 letters like you see up there. Question 2. Which parts per million is recommended for bloom? We had 500, 900, 700, or 1400. Question 3. Which of the following nutrient excesses will cause very leafy buds? Question 4. The biggest risk of too much water on your plants. And question 5. Which is the following is safe to spray on buds? All right, has everybody got their answers in? If you need another second, say so now. Because I'm about to turn it back on and let it roll. We've got some pretty good answers in here. Steve says, I already know I screwed up. Well, we went back through the questions. You're welcome to change your answers if you think you got one that you want to change. You're welcome to change. This is not a real test. I won't get mad at you if you look at someone else's answers and decide you want to change one of yours. DCAAB. All right. All right, I'm going to let this thing roll, and we're going to see if anybody has it absolutely correct. Then we'll go back through the questions, and I'll let you know why I picked that as the correct answer. DDAAD. Do we have any dads in the house? You know, it is Father's Day coming up next Sunday. So DDAAD is pretty cool. We've got, this is very close. This one's very close too, only missing one. Oh, that one's very close too. Missed one. So let's talk about why they are what they are. Let's go back to the first question. Oh, too far. Oh, not enough. All right. So what week of flower do you start extra CalMag? And the reason for this is because of the calcium, not the magnesium. The magnesium is pretty much immediately available and is very easy for the plant to take up. The calcium is not. In fact, calcium that you put on your soil in the form of eggshells will not be calcium available to plants until the following year. It takes that long for it to break down. Your powdered calcium supplements can take still a month or more. It depends on how they're prepared. Your liquid calcium supplements can take a few weeks still. The only calcium that is readily available quickly is a micronized calcium that's also been chelated. That can be immediately taken by the plant. But most of the time, calcium has to travel through the body of another organism, like a bacteria or a fungi. And the calcium can be released in a usable form by the bacteria during different bodily processes, during cellular division, during excrement, during death, during birth, death, waste products that are expelled by the cell. The bacteria can also contain the ready to eat, is like I like to call it, ready to eat for the plant micronutrients. But used with calcium, it takes quite a while for it to go through the system and become available. So I like to start adding it at week 1. And then it's usually starting to become, the extra CalMag is becoming available somewhere around week 3 or 4. So if you had picked week 3 or 4, you're correct if it worked right away, but it doesn't work right away. It's kind of the same with the mycorrhizae, with the beneficial fungus. When you put it on, it takes up to 2 weeks to start actually colonizing that space. Oh, thank you, Sherry. I'm so glad you figured the light thing out. How to get the yo-yos over there. Question 2, ppms recommended for bloom. I think most everybody got the D on this one. You're going to raise your parts per million of your food as your plant grows and goes throughout its life. And 1400 is actually a little on the low side for me. If I'm using nutrients, I can bump my girls in mid-flower all the way up to 2000, 2500 even. 500 is a good amount of parts per million for a 2-week-old seedling. 700 would be at maybe week 3. 900 would probably be for week 4. And then for autoflowers, I would probably start at C for veg and D for bloom. Let's go to question 3. An excess of nitrogen will cause your plant to be very dark green and have very leafy buds. Now I have one in there that's very dark green, but it does not have a lot of leaves. And that's how I know that the dark green is not caused by an excess of nitrogen. Nitrogen makes them very larvae. It'll be very hard to trim if you've had excess nitrogen throughout the plant's life and during the beginning stages of flower. The biggest risk of too much water is root rot. It's called Pythium. It's a brown slimy stuff. It is not good at all. It only lives in conditions where there is no oxygen or air. So if you make sure that your soil has a lot of air pockets with pumice or perlite, and that you water not too much and that they don't have to sit in water for too long, then you won't have root rot problems at all. And having beneficial fungus and beneficial bacteria in the soil totally helps with that, a whole lot. If you have a sterile environment, root rot is the first thing to move in. And question 5, which of the following is safe to spray on buds? The answer is D. The only thing that is safe is the H2O, which is water. And it's only safe if it's room temperature. You don't want to spray them with hot water. You don't want to spray them with extra cold water. It needs to be ambient temperature water. Neem oil is not safe on buds. The buds will absorb it, and then the next time the lights come on, they will get really crispy. Baking soda has a very, very, very high pH, and it will turn all the little white hairs brown. It's safe for human consumption. It's not safe for the growth of the plant. The peroxide is H2O2, which is basically water with an extra molecule of hydrogen, and it is, or an extra molecule of oxygen rather, and it is not safe for buds either. It will absolutely clean them, but it will darken all of your little hairs and make them shrivel up and go away. Oh, Rose, I'm so sorry. Yeah, we're just getting, Rose is in the hospital, and I wasn't worried about you, Rose, because I thought maybe you just weren't feeling well and had gone to sleep or something. But yeah, I wasn't able to get onto Facebook today. It let me on, but it's private. It says only me. Oh, thank you, Ash. Thank you, thank you. And I got your bong on the way out there, so please let me know, Ash Grove, when your bong, or no, I don't know. No, I didn't send you a bong. What did I send you? Let me know when you get the prize from me that you were supposed to get. Oh, you were waiting in here in YouTube? I'm sorry, Rose. We've already been on for about 46 minutes. You missed all the questions? We're going to go back to the questions for you, just so you can see them yourself. Question 1 this week was, what week of flower do you start Extra CalMag? Oh, it was pork chops. Nice, nice, nice. Oh, you're still here, Rose. Don't worry about looking forward to it. You're in it right now. We're gonna let you and Ash both answer the quiz questions since you weren't here earlier. What week of flower do you start Extra CalMag? And you can pick 3, 4, or 3, 2, 4, or 1. Which one of those weeks of flower do you start Extra CalMag? And then we're going to go to question 2. What parts per million is recommended for bloom? And that is either 500, 700, 900, or 1400. Oh, it's okay. I just don't want anybody to feel left out or left behind. And I know all about being late. Which of the following nutrient excesses will cause very leafy buds? It'll be either nitrogen, iron, phosphorus, or manganese. An excess of one of those causes lots of extra leaves. Question 4 was the biggest risk of too much water on a plant, or on the roots of the plant. And it could cause root rot, wilting, burning, or stretching. It causes one of those 4 things. Question 5 was, which of the following is safe to spray on buds? And we had neem oil, baking soda, peroxide, or H2O. And this was a quick trick question. H2O is water, and the answer was water. None of those other things are safe for your buds. They will all damage your pistils. And the first one, number 1, the neem oil will be systemic to your plant. It'll be absorbed by the buds and it will stay in the plant. It doesn't wash off. It doesn't come out. It contains a natural insecticide called azadirachtin. And if you get too much azadirachtin in your system, you will have a condition known as azadirachtin poisoning. And it's kind of similar to like lead poisoning. If you know that the amount of lead that you're exposed to over your lifetime, once it's in you, it stays in you forever. So every time you get exposed to more lead, it builds up. Once you get to a toxic level, you exhibit symptoms. It's the same thing with the azadirachtin. Once it gets in your body, it stays forever. So the more you put in, eventually you reach the intolerable level. So the only thing safe on budding plants is water, and it should be room temperature, not hot water, not super cold water. Any ice cold water will knock your trichomes off. So don't use ice water unless you're trying to get all the trichomes off. So let me get back here and we'll let it play. The answers were week 1 for CalMag. The reason being because it takes a long time to break down and become available to the plant. Parts per million in flower was 1,400, and you can even push it higher than that. It's recommended somewhere between 1,100 and 1,600, I believe. But I've doubled that and still been okay, especially in hydroponics. Number 3, the excess that makes your plants very, very leafy was nitrogen. And number 4, too much water causes root rot. It makes the conditions anaerobic where you don't have any oxygen. And Pythium, it loves to grow. And then the last one was the H2O, the water only to spray on buds. Hi, Sheila. Thank you, Master Chief. Why would you spray anything on bud? That's a really, really good question. Let me take this down. All right, so The reason that you might want to spray something on your butt, dust is one good reason. If you're in a high dust environment, especially like out there in Colorado where it's really, really windy, there's a lot of sand. When we would go and harvest some of our outdoor plants, we would end up chopping up branches and putting them in a 5-gallon bucket. When we pulled the 5-gallon branches out of the 5-gallon bucket, there'd be this much what looked like keef in the bottom of the bucket. It's not keef. It's dirt. It's very, very blonde sand, and that was not anything that was smokable. So if you're in a situation where you've got debris falling from, say, trees or debris coming through the air, cottonwoods are a bitch. Water won't take care of the cottonwoods at all. But spraying your plants down if they are buggy, aphids. If you have aphids, spray them off with a good strong spray of the garden hose and just go spray them twice a day. They'll go find somebody else to live. If somebody sprays you out of your house with a fire truck hose every day, and you move back in, and we spray you out again tomorrow, and you move back in, and we spray you out again, eventually you will find a new house to go to. It might take a few weeks of harassing them, but they will go find something else to live on if you make their conditions completely unbearable. Yes, Rose, the DDADD is exactly right. Yep, spraying the bugs off for water, spraying the dust off, increasing the humidity. If you're in an environment where there's just zero humidity, like in Colorado, the average humidity was like 16%, I think. And we would go spray the floors and the walls and the ceiling of the greenhouses just to try to increase humidity. But if you're outside, really the only thing you can do to give them girls a little refreshment is to spray them off early in the morning or late in the evening. It helps to mimic the morning and evening dew. Nature provides a way for plants to get wet twice a day and take a little bath. And inside your house, that's not possible. Let me see. Oh, we're at 6:53. So we've got 7 minutes left. If anybody's got another cool question. Oh, no. Yes, animals love cannabis. So you do have to protect them. You have to cage them in with tomato cage. Dog kennel works really good for me for keeping out the bigger animals, but you want to also protect from mice, caterpillars, grasshoppers, all sorts of things. Moths will lay eggs in your cannabis. Even hummingbirds. Hummingbirds love to come up and check out your buds. So definitely, if you're planting outside, make sure you give them lots of support and some protection from some of the critters and the elements. Hail is really, really bad on cannabis plants. It makes them look like they were hit with a machine gun. I really want to thank you all for coming tonight. I appreciate it. It makes no difference how large or small my audience is. If I can help one person learn one thing, that's all that matters. It just pass it on, pass the knowledge on, help somebody else become better than they were yesterday, and work on yourself. Try to be better than you were yesterday too. I love you. Good night.